welcome back to Shotgun the Yorks podcast. Back again with your boy Tom hosting solo. Jake and Aidan have gone AWOL. No idea where they are. But, today we're joined by another very special guest. It's wordsmith and CEO of O.R. Records. It's Wishmaster. How are you doing, man?
Yes, Tom, what you saying? I'm good, man.
All good, man. So we were just talking about like the obviously the lockdown situation, kind of like common topic of conversation.
Yeah.
About how mad Bournemouth is right now. How are things in you're based in Bristol, right?
Yeah, correct. It's not too bad. Like everyone's still going parks, but it's mad when you go to the park because everyone's just like in their own little groups. This is crazy. Still, it's nuts. Still.
Yeah, man.
It's a glimpse of what the future could look like.
Oh man, yeah, normality. It's like whatever that even means anymore.
Yeah, trust me.
But I haven't spoken to anyone. No one on the show from Bristol's been on in a while. I think the last head was Bailey's, and that was a few weeks before kind of the protests and all that kicked off. And I saw obviously it was alive in Bristol, man. And you did a talk there, didn't you? I saw like some footage of you, man. So what was the atmosphere? Looked fucking crazy. How did that go down?
Well,
Big up for that.
Nah, respect, man. That was epic. Still, it's like a big day in history for like Bristol, but for the world as well. Like it was just so atmospheric, bruv. Like I've never seen. I think that's the biggest march I've ever been to. You know what I mean? 10,000 people came out and that, and then like I was just kind of chilling. I just went down to see what was going on because I'm not really. For me, I'm more about implementing action than talking. You get me?
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I won't really. But then, like, I got a phone call from my brethren, and they was like, "Yo, like, they're all pulling down this statue," and I was like, "What? No way!" He's like, "Yeah, bro. Like, trust me, there's people on top of it now. I'm telling you, this statue's gonna come down today, bro." So obviously, when I've got there, the statue's gone. It's not even there, fam.
Fuck, you missed it, man.
I missed it, like, but like. What I didn't realize is that when they've pulled it down, they've dragged it away to the river. They're dragging it all the way to Castle Park to the river. So at this time, I've climbed up on the plinth, and I've just started speaking, bruv. Like, and to be honest, I didn't plan it or didn't have a speech prepped or nothing.
For real?
Bruv. Nah, bruv. I just spoke up, bruv. Like, just what I felt, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad because like. You always feel like I should have said this or I should have said that. There's more I could have said, but you see when you're up there, blood, and there's just 10,000 people, fam, and like you haven't even planned it or nothing, but it's hard and the emotions are running high. You get me? But it was just received well, innit, by the people. Man, got love from the people, and it was just good to see so much people there for one reason. You get me? All to unite in solidarity for one reason. It was like, yo, this is cold, blood. Like, you know what I mean?
Big up, man. That's inspiring, man. I mean, like the whole taking kind of bravery to stand up in front of people anyway. But I guess you do that anyway.
Yeah.
But see,
But that's rehearsed, isn't it? My bars. So that one wasn't rehearsed. It was like, yo, they caught me still. It was kind of like a film, blood. I swear down, yeah. I was speaking, and then I just heard, "Get in the microphone." And then the speakerphone just like appeared. I was like, huh? And then it's mad, blood. It's like a movie, blood.
That's crazy, man. Well, I mean, in terms of like the impact it made globally, like the statue being pulled down.
Yeah.
My fucking Ice Cube like fucking retweeted it, didn't he?
Bro.
It was
I didn't even know he knows about Bristol.
Absolute scenes, man. He set pace for the day. Do you know what I mean? That was kind of what it was about.
Yeah, man.
So, man, I think the world was watching. But and you also made an appearance on the BBC the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, BBC. I done a little interview on BBC with Seb on Points West, just asking me a couple questions about like the statue going down and like what did I think they need to do to implement change, and just like about the education system and what needs to change and things. And yeah, it was all right. Still, it was good, man, because like things developed from it as well. Like since then, I've had a meeting with them, and I'm gonna be doing some work with them. So yeah, man, I was like, oh, this is sick, man. Yeah,
Seen. So
yeah.
how did that come about then, man?
Literally, bro, it's around the Mazda fam. I woke up one morning on Twitter, yeah. I've just got a message, yeah, on Twitter, raw, so everyone can see it as well. It's saying, can you add me so I can direct message you? But it's from BBC News Media. And I'm like, raw, like, what the flip? Like, the heck? And then
Yeah,
as soon as
right,
I
man.
added it, they just messaged me like, oh yeah, like we've seen your speech and that, we really want to speak to you and chat to you
Oh,
and
snap.
interview you. Would you be up for doing a little short interview and that? And then I was like, yeah. And then they rang me and then they just said, yeah, basically, we want you to go on Points West tonight. I was like, tonight? Bruh. I'm like, blood, it's like 4 o'clock now. They're like, yeah, we only want to ask you that quick couple questions, 5 minutes. Then I thought, oh, send me the questions. Because, blood, I don't even like not getting my point across. I hate that stuff. You get me? So I thought, if you give me the information, I could actually sit down and think about what I want to say and use the time validly. So that was another good thing for me. You get me? I was prepared still. They didn't catch me off guard still because they like to do that.
Big up, man. Big up. And yeah, for the record, I did not send Wish any questions before this podcast either. This is all off the cuff.
This
This
is
is
off the cuff
live.
still.
Yeah, man,
This
for
is
real.
different. This is just a chat, innit? But like,
Yeah, exactly,
I'm
man.
on TV. They're asking, like,
Yeah.
what do you think? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, watched by like millions of people. Do you know what I
You know
mean?
what I
You got to
mean?
be on the fucking. Yeah, man, we've got like nowhere near that many watchers or listeners. So, like, do you know what I mean? Fucking BBC.
Man, do you know what? My man told me that BBC Points West is the most watched show on BBC. He said it's more than EastEnders. I was like, what? I was like, what? Trust me, man. And he told me that before I was going on as well. It's like, them.
Oh, man, it's mad though, isn't it? It's just like how things have like a domino effect. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you didn't even plan to be there. You went
Trust me,
down,
bro.
you talked, and then you're on
Trust
the
me, bro.
BBC. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
And then after, I was on CNN last week as well.
what? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. They was asking me some questions as well. And then, yeah, man, it's just mad. Like, it's been hitting man up. That free promo, B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Just like fucking holding up your like your CDs and stuff in the
Now I just
background,
got the
man.
cheeky O.R. on when they're interviewing me, and I get that in there. You get a bit of free marketing and that. You know what I mean?
So, O.R. Official recordings record, yeah. So, that was established in 2017.
Yeah.
Vaguely, yeah. So tell us a little bit more about like you know the
You see,
label, how it was
well,
founded and stuff.
basically, originally, yeah, it was actually a group, innit? It was just like me and my cousin and my friend Dash Vills and his big cousin Gilly. So Gilly and like my big cousin Ellis, they both do music. Them lot started it, and then
Yeah,
Vills joined. Then I joined after, and we was just like all kind of a unit making music in the studio together. And then like we were just like we was doing that for like since 2000 and what say 13.
mm-hmm.
And then like in 2015 it kind of went a bit quiet. Everyone was just kind of doing their own things, you know how it gets, innit? You know how life is sometimes.
Yeah, of course, man.
And then like as man starting this thing back up, I was like, yo, like I need to start this back up, but as a proper engine, innit? Like a proper unit, innit? Rather than just being a group, like man need to be like a label where everyone can just have a hub where we can all just a base where you know that if you want to get these artists, you go there, innit? Rather than like everyone's stuff being spaced out everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And making it hard to find. Just building a platform and trying to get some structure in what we were doing. So I just formed a label in 017 in February, and then in May, Third Perspective was the first EP that I dropped on O.R. Records. And then, yeah, I dropped that. And then I was like, kind of like expecting that people was going to follow on and, you know what I mean? And just get it all going. But it didn't even work out like that. Like, It's funny, it's weird because things never work out well, what I've come to learn now is things don't work out how you want, they work out how they're supposed to. So you might think, yo, that's like, how come that didn't happen? But it took me in a different direction, and then I've linked up with different people now, put me in a different, you know what I mean? So it's all mad still. You get me?
Yeah,
Because
man. It's a
you know,
good philosophy to have, though, isn't it? It's just kind of like, you know what? Like, it didn't go how I was going to plan it, but it was meant to be. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, man,
And I
definitely.
guess if something like a label, like several kind of moving parts and different people involved, different personalities, all kinds of like, you know, all kinds of factors.
Mm,
It's never going to be predictable. Do you know what I mean? You can have a plan, but you're always going to deviate from that plan in one way or another.
100%.
It's just life, isn't it?
Yeah, just life, innit? But
Yeah.
then, so when man put out that, I got a friend called Vard from Sheffield, and we linked up like back in 015. So when I formed the label, we had already been kind of doing a bit of stuff together. So it's mad as well because I've knew Bailey's from Briss, but my brethren Vard from Chef like introduced me to Bailey's on a musical level. Like, yo, like I know this guy that makes sick beats. Like, we need to link my man. Like how come you don't know him? He lives in your ends. Then obviously when I went to see him, I was like, I do know him. I didn't even know that he was like, you know those ones when like
Yeah,
you
man.
know, I knew that he makes music. I knew that Bailey's is sick, but I didn't put my man's face to, oh, that's Bailey's. Like, you know them ones. So when I
Yeah,
meet
yeah.
him, I'm like, oh, it's raw you. Like that's raw mad. Like, you get me? And then we put out the second project was World War III, which was a
Hmm.
joint project. Me, Vard, and Bailey's Brown on production. You get me? And yeah, it just started kicking off from there, man. You get me? We came in strong, visual strong. We had good like CDs, little merch packages and that, and just started building from then. Then obviously, because that was the link with Bailey's, while we was making World War III, I was getting that boom back
Boom
on
Bap
it.
to the Future. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just like that one was mad as well, because even how that happened, I was just going to Bailey's like every week. Like he's making the beat, smashing it right there. I'm just writing the bar right there. Then I just record it at the end of the session. And then like, but man is not even really counting how much tunes that man, yo, like until my brethren Vods turned around and said, blood, like, bro, but like the album there, blood, like that's raw, that's a body of work there, right there, like. And I was thinking, yeah, for real. But then, like, because Vod actually, he actually like co-executively like produced it with me, the album,
Hmm.
because he actually, I'll be real, he actually gave me the vision of turning it into a film, like a body of work. Because if you notice before, yeah, and you'll probably notice it on the bodies of work. Man didn't really have the samples and the themes, and you get me. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Throwback was like it was
The first
that was the
concept piece you had. Yeah, man.
yeah. You get
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
and that was like a big. He was a big part to do with that. You get me. So shout out to Vod. You get me, and then
100%, man. I think also having like you know, a soul MC producer dynamic as well.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Just having
yeah,
Bailey smashing out the beats. So
yeah.
is that your like preferred method of recording? Just being in the studio writing to the beats, or is it just how it happened in this particular
In
project?
that particular instance, that's just how it happened. Because
Yeah.
I go through phases of how I like to write. I'm a weirdo still. I can't even lie to them still. Get me? Like sometimes I just like want to be by myself, secluded. Sometimes I feel like I've been secluded too long, so I need the inspiration from other people. And then there's sometimes I just want to write it as and when, because I don't want to think too much. I want to think of how I'm feeling right now, and it just varies sometimes. Like I can't even explain it, but it just depends. To be honest, I feel like the beat decides. The beat kind of dictates how that one goes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like if the beat's a deep song, then I need to think about that. If it's a club thing, then let's get it popping right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
hear
yeah,
that,
like
man.
it kind of dictates stuff. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
that's really apparent on and we'll go into the ball like quite a lot more, like your
Yeah,
most current
yeah,
project.
yeah,
But
yeah.
But yeah, with Boom Back to the Future, obviously, like you had the conversations about turning it into like a cohesive concept piece, being like about the movies and stuff. And you've obviously got like the samples in there, like the movie snippets and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So was it always Back to the Future that you had your mind on? Like, how did that kind of come about?
Like,
You're a big movie guy.
I am. I love
Yeah.
movies, love quotes, love, like, that's my thing, innit?
Yeah,
like,
man, same.
Even me and Billy, innit? Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. You see this, like, that latest project that probably gonna drop next year with me and Bailey. So we've got a lot of samples from that's, you know, that Mark for Death, Steven Seagal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So like basically, me and Bill's just got this thing right at the moment. Like when we call each other, there's one guy on there. You get me, called Jimmy Fingers. You get me? Yeah. And like he goes like, you know, Hatcher, you know better. And like when I call him up, that's what I'm saying. We say like movie acts and stuff. We just fuck about like that because to be honest, I realized that the film is what actually ties the music and everything together. The actual, because it kind of creates the picture for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
sample before your song, it sets the tone, man.
I guess then, I mean, you can kind of pen your bars as well, like according to the sample and the theme. Do you know what I mean? If you get like that, it kind of adds like another dimension to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I do it backwards.
Do you?
I do the sample at the end. Like basically, what I'll do is I'd record all the tracks, have the tracks, put it down for a bit, watch the film 100 times. I do it like a nerd as well. Yeah, I do it proper old school. I watch it, I pause it. What minute's that? 1 minute to whatever it finishes at. Yeah. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, blood. Like trust me.
Yeah.
This is all part of the creation as well. You know what I mean? The time, the effort. You know what I mean? I feel like it's all part of the get back as well. Like putting in that effort. You know what I'm saying? Like people's really gonna know that you was on your thing, that you had to be in that thing to, you know what I mean? And then when you've got those samples now, I listen to them through and see which one goes for what track, what's for the intro, what's for the outro. Some might not even need it. Some, you know what I mean? It just varies, man. It varies.
What's your favorite out of the Back to the Future trilogy? Just out of interest, man.
Not the first one.
First one, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
The second one's kind of a rehash, and the third one's the Wild West, isn't it?
Yeah. The Wild West is like
allow that one, man.
Yeah.
The fucking train turns up flying in the end, but yeah, madness. But yeah, man, the whole kind of movie concept's really, really dope, I think. And you said like with Bailey's, the whole Wonderworld thing with like Beverly Hills Cop, it's just like fucking sick.
Yeah.
Works so well.
That one was just like, man, obviously he's Axel Foley. I'm like, yo, bro, you know Axel Foley, innit? Like obviously Beverly Hills, innit? Like that's you, blood. Axel Foley, Wonderland, bro. That's you, fam. So, trust me. Yeah. That album's so dope as well, blood.
It is, man. That's the thing. Like he's got bars. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is? You see what it is with Bailey's, yeah? He's always had bars, fam. But he just ain't really been focused on that. And now that like he's focusing on it, like it's really starting to show. You get me, fam? Like, trust me, fam.
Yeah, man. I think it's just whatever makes you happy, isn't it? It's I interviewed God Status the other day, like King Kashmir, man, and he's just not interested in rapping anymore, really. He's just like, I'll maybe do the odd verse here and there, but he's just all about the production now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it makes him happy. He's been doing it so long.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's sick, man. Do you know what I mean? But moving on to your current project that dropped recently, The Ball. Come on, man. So, just come on. So, best underrated living legend acronym.
Yeah.
Production, man, on this thing is nice. Credits including, so you got Van Damme. Is it Chimera?
Yeah,
Jose, Chimera. Is it Naya or Nia?
Naya. Yeah,
Naya and Jose. Yeah. So just over kind of 30 minutes long, so it's nice and digestible. I just think that it's got so much fucking soul on this record. Do you know what I mean? Like sonically, you listen to it, the instrumentals are really kind of perfect for you to flex over. But
Yeah,
we spoke before we started recording about you leveling up every
yeah,
project.
yeah.
And it's not kind of to say your previous projects weren't
Wasn't
enjoyable, but it's just
yeah,
in terms of like the progression, you can hear it. You can hear that you're taking yourself seriously as an artist, and it really kind of comes across like it's very introspective, but it's just so fucking soulful, man. Like
nah, safe, bro.
on the intro, and I know you dropped a little kind of animated video for it. You spit the lyric, "I found my own lane and market when I tapped in."
Yeah.
So like, what do you consider your kind of lane to be? What is your lane from your perspective, man?
See my lane, yeah. My lane is just real rap, innit? That's what it is. It's real rap, just real raw and rugged. That's what it is. It's just, and like for me, like it's never been about trying to like flex or nothing. It's just been about being able to be intellectual and be able to say things nicely and let people still be able to digest it, but give them something to think about at the same time. Like I don't want it to just like I didn't want my music to just be like, yeah, I listen to that when I go out in the clubs. Like my music's not for the club. It's like it's 100% not for. It's in your yard when you're having your medi or you're doing your thing, and it's not a
Yeah, yeah,
really like going up. Like I do make that music, and man's gonna start hearing more of that from me. But I felt like I need to give you me first before I start doing stuff that I want to do and start experimenting and going. You know what I mean? Because I
yeah, yeah,
think as an artist as well, you have to build up your artistry as your artist. You can't like come in on this, then on this and that, and because it's like you confuse people. People gotta, it's gotta, it's gotta fit right and be the natural progression. Like you know what I'm saying? So like me doing the one, like starting to get onto the 140 stuff and the bass stuff, and like is a natural progression of working with like Bailey's and Jose and Jack Dans and these kind of ever that's making man go on that. But me personally, I might not actually have chose to do that, but now I'm working with those people. It pushed me in that comfort zone where I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it makes sense. This crossover, do you know what I mean? Like, it
It's
gotta make
happened
sense.
organically, isn't it? Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
at the right
yeah,
time, at the
yeah,
right time.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It
yeah.
kind of loops back to what you were saying. It's like wasn't always the plan, but it just turned out that way because it was meant
That's
to
what
happen.
I'm
Do you
saying.
know what I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
man? Come
Bad
on,
one.
come on. But I think like it depends on how you're starting your career. So, say for example, if you're like a big commercial artist and you're kind of, do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of you were brought into fame. You were like grew up and
Yeah,
you're making shitty music, and then you kind of make what you want to make later. It's
yeah,
like the reverse for independent artists. Do you know what I mean? It's like
100%.
laying the foundations, and then it's like, well, I've done this now. Now, through meeting the people, through like networking, through the different music I'm listening to and what I'm vibing from, I can kind of branch out and make offshoots of all kinds of stuff because I'm more comfortable
Yeah,
doing it now. Do you know what I mean?
nah, trust me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, to be fair, because I actually grew up on grime, doing grime. That's how I came in. I started on grime. Like, before hip hop, I started on grime when I was 13. The only reason why I went to hip hop was because basically me and my brethren had a conversation. My brethren Tyson, you get me? He's like, yo, rapping's better than grime, innit? I'm like, nah, blood, come on, grime's from it's English, blood. This is our thing. He's like, nah, but blood, listen to this. You could rap, you could still be English, but you could say more stuff because you could slow it down and you don't have to rhyme everything. So you could actually say what you want to say, blood. Trust me, blood. He's like, try it, blood. Try it, blood. And he's like, you're smart as well. You're smart. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I started trying it. I was thinking, wait, he's right. Like, yo, like, I could actually say some. And like, when I first started rapping, I was like, because I listened to American hip hop a lot. You get me? So that's
Yeah,
my
man. I think we
influences.
all
So
did, didn't we? Do you know what I mean?
basically, like, I was hot on. I was hot on metaphors and similes and that. You get me? And little punches and that. I was like, yo, like, got the sickest metaphors. You get me? Like, so much ice, you could skate on a brother. Like I was like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my that's my
Just no
thing,
more,
like,
no more lyrical miracles, though. For fuck's
nah,
sake.
nah, 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 none of that. You get me? But you see what that was doing was helping me to find myself as an artist and
Yeah,
realize because I was kind of lucky still because I come from a musical family. My big brothers, they rapped growing up. They did their thing. You get me? They're kind of like the ones who instilled in me that like with music, you don't have to rhyme. But my brother don't even rhyme really. When he raps, he raw don't rhyme. I don't even know how he could do it. He could do the whole verse. He don't rhyme. It still sounds fire, and it sounds like it was supposed to be. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's always used to say to me like, when you're rapping, you're just talking. You're just communicating with someone. So, like, you're not you speak in a natural rhythm anyway. So it's just about finding that rhythm, and everything sounds hot. And I was like, yo, it's true. Everything that, yeah, like it raw does. So sometimes I rhyme, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm metaphoric. I just do what I want now.
So you said in one of your tracks in Wish for the Summer, so this is an old one, you wrote your first rhyme at 13.
Mm.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was some dead thing though. It was some dead grand thing. Something like, so this youth said he's gonna get Jack. Ran up his gums, raw went smack. Fist went forward and his head went back. Some shit like that. You get me? It was some joke shit, man. Like it wasn't nothing. You get me?
You
Yeah.
say that, man, but it's like better than anything I could have come up with now. So like, big up your 13-year-old self. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Trust me. Man
But
was looking for that fame and clout then, innit? Obviously, like that was like proper like Channel U days. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, I need to get a video on Channel U, blood. It's 5 bills, blood. Please, blood. You get me? Them times man is just buying tens, chipping in with free mans and all that. You get me? Young, innit?
I fucking
You
loved
know
Channel
what
U back in the day, though, man. Just proper like the whole DIY like aesthetic of it. Do you know what I mean? It was just like it's groundbreaking, really, if you
Well,
think about it.
it helped to build our
Yeah,
culture.
exactly.
So, get me? The do-it-yourself kind of thing. You know what I mean? But even like with science, blood, like that one there, that was mad, fam. Bro. Even how that come about, that was just crazy. Like I had my friend called Brass, yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Like you never know what's meant for you, but what's meant for you is meant for you. Because my brethren just said to me, "Yo, I got a friend, you know, like he's a sick camera guy. Like he works at Ardman Studios. Like I think you lot should link up. You get me? Like you're sick at music, he's sick at filming. You know what I'm saying? And like he said it to me about 3 times, and then we went out one night, and he's like, "Yo, that's him, you know, that's my mate." I was like, "Shut up." He's like, "Yo, that's my friend." Like I swear down. Like linked up his friend. We went out, went motion and that. Ended up coming back to my yard and that. And then like we was just sat down like I was playing them tunes. I was playing them the album. I was playing them boom back these times, you know. It wasn't even mixed and mastered, you know, the raw, rugged, uncut, you know, fam. Like, and then like we was just sitting down, he's listening. Well, man, weren't even really saying that, and you get me, man. Like, I'm not thinking like, what, like, don't man think this is hard, like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? This is the new shit. It's about to drop soon, like. He's just like, yeah, like I like it, and then he was like to me, yeah, man, like your music's good still, like I like to work with you sometime, you get me? But it wasn't like no, like yeah, we're gonna hook up and do it, and then like
Yeah.
he left, and then after like he came back and he was like, oh, bruv, like, do you reckon I can have a copy of this project? Because I wanna plot some ideas, like you get me? I was like, go on then. And you know what's mad as well? Because I'm a guy, blood. I don't like giving shit to nobody until it's complete, fam. Like, even like, because just for the simple fact that I learned that from Boom Bap. Like, you see, when I got back the masters, it took me ages to fill the masters because I've been listening to the raw ones for so long that when I got the masters, I was like, nah, like, but obviously, you know, it bangs, innit? But it just took long for my ear to adjust back
Yeah,
to,
man.
you know what I'm saying? So,
You
like,
sensed something in this Donny then, yeah? You thought, oh
yeah,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
didn't know. It's just like he wasn't really talking that much, but then he's saying he likes it. Then he went away. Then he come back. He's like, yeah. It just felt kind of right. You get me? And then man, I never heard from Donny for like 3 months, blood. And then I was thinking, oh fucking cunt. I knew I should have given him my project. You get me? I knew I should have given it to him. Like someone's just raw got the project out there in the world because you know, man, is all paro and stuff sometimes. Like with your music anyway, I'm just proper like, yeah, I don't send tunes to no one, bro.
Yeah,
Just me.
man. You gotta be
But and
like
then
protective of that shit. Do you know what
yeah.
I mean?
But then after, I swear I must have been thinking it like one night, like, yo, what happened to Donny or something? And then like next week he just messaged me, he's like, oh yeah, like oh, I'd like to meet up next week and I picked 3 videos, and I basically I picked the one that I want to do first, and I paid for the treatment for the documentation. So I want you to come and look at it and rare and see. Thinking, blood, these times I'll be real, blood. I don't even know what treatment means, fam. So I'm thinking like, treatment, like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, yeah, like the treatment, like I've got it all drawn up and sketched up, like frame by frame,
storyboard, like
storyboarded up,
yeah.
T. But man's when I've gone to link him, Donny's got a 6-page storyboard thing with like, you know what I'm saying, 12 frames on each page. Like, he not playing, innit? So I'm like, I ain't even like, no one's ever even come with that for me. Normally, the guy comes with like a shot list of like, we'll shoot here, here, and that's it. But this kid's got pictures drawn up, frame by frame, every little sketch. Like, I was like, yo. And then I was like, yeah, this looks sick and all that. Like, man's very happy, rare. And man said the price, fam. And I was like, whoa.
Man, you set pace with that fucking video,
whoa.
though.
But you know what it was, fam? You know when the Suttons, like, at that time, yeah, I'd been like, kind of just flirting with music. Like, obviously I started the label, but I wasn't, and then I thought, I need to make the commitment, innit? So that was, to me, that was like my commitment to be like, basically, I'm all money in, innit? So
yeah,
like, there's no backing out now, innit? Like I've got peas in this now. So you know what I mean? And think man got that project. That project was, yeah, it cost a few dollars. Like, obviously, got the vinyls pressed up. Man had the hood. Man had the tees. Man had the CDs. Man did the launch party. The videos. Like, yo, trust me, blood. Yeah, it costs, blood, but you know what? It's all worth it, but you can't put a price on investing in yourself, bro. You just can't. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Exactly that. I think it's kind of commendable, and it shows that you have faith in your product. You have faith in your ability to do it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, if you didn't, then you wouldn't do it. It's easy as that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you set pace with that video for science. I mean, like, man sat in a chair dressing like fucking Grandma Steez, or she go by Blanche.
Yeah, you get me.
Blanche.
Yeah. That, cause do you know what it is as well? But my nan's famous, isn't it? In real life. My nan's the loat lady, innit? You know, on the advert back in the day. You know the two ladies, loat advert.
No, man, what the fuck?
Well, one of them's my nan, innit? And her name's Blanche, innit?
Oh shit! Right, every day's a school day, man. I had no idea.
Yeah, man. Yeah, mad, innit?
So that's like a nod to her then. That's amazing.
Talents in the family and that. You get me?
Man, that's crazy, man. But the whole concept was just like,
it
was so innovative. Yeah, like the whole kind of moon landing. You had like a little cameo with Bugsy in there. I was just like, it's just, yeah, man.
That was all my man's idea as well. Like, he directed that whole thing. Like, that was him. Like, he told me, like, I want Bugsy. He was like, yeah, that's your friend, innit? I want you to get him still. I was like, bro, like, he's like, yeah, like, he's a key figure in Bristol. Like, this is important. Like, it's like, what was sick about my man's head, yeah, is that he knew how important this video was. He was like, yo, bruv, like, man is looking to do something that nobody's done before, innit? Like, man, want to give you something. Because you see with him as well, like, what I rate him, he explained to me from the get-go, he was starting his own film production company with a group of people. And he was saying, like, boom, like, I'm wrong. Like, as much as, like, you're putting in this pay, you broke it down to me, blood. No one even got paid, blood. Nobody got paid. Because even though man spent bags, because film studios cost pays, fam. And to build studio equipment, like to build that fucking yard and all that.
It didn't look cheap, man.
But they
That's the thing.
They imported 10 tons of sand to the film studio. See, when the lorry pulled up in the morning, I was like, whoa, just some next stuff, you get me? Like,
yeah.
And the woman that done the film set and stuff, she's done sets for Rihanna and stuff. Like, it was different. Like, that was different levels, fam. Like, man had a like room upstairs where with the makeup and all that stuff, where man is waiting to go on set, and someone runs up and says, "You're on set in 2 seconds." That is peak, buddy.
Come on, man. You got like a taste of the highlights. Do you know what I mean?
You know
it's
what I'm saying, of what just a little glimpse of what's to come if man put in the work, and you know what I'm saying?
It will, man. It will. Do you know what I mean? That's quite, and it is probably like one of the most like innovative like videos I've seen in UK hip hop for a very, very fucking long time. Do you know what I mean?
Respect, man. I appreciate that.
Well, in hip hop generally, do you know what I mean? You don't.
Yeah,
I struggle to think of a video that I think like when I first saw it when it dropped it was last year, wasn't it? That video
yeah,
dropped. I
yeah,
was just like, what the fuck? Like, where's this going? And I was just like, this is insane, man. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's a weird one at the moment because like you said, how kind of important, how significant like the movies are to like the art and how significant like visual media is in supplementing the audio. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
yeah,
it's all a big kind of package, and
yeah.
and I think a lot of people have been kind of hindered by lockdown, but on the other hand, a lot of people have been forced to be a lot more kind of creative with what they're doing. With
100%.
do you know what I mean? It's like right, I've got limited means. That means I've got to think more about how I'm going to utilize those means. Um, so you recently dropped like another double video for mindfulness and far away, which
Yeah.
are tracks on the Ball project, and it's really like I assume that was filmed during lockdown, kind of remote locations and drone shots
Well,
and all of that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
because what see how cause remember one of them's like a bike ride to Bath, innit?
Yeah,
Because
that's the
I was
first one,
seeing,
mindfulness. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Was that Bath? Was
that's
it nice?
yeah, we rode to Bath because what it is, I had actually started cycling because that was an exercise that I started picking up because nothing to do in it.
Yeah.
No gym ain't open. Nothing like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yo, I need to do something, man. So I started cycling and that, and then see my brethren and that, Patch Productions, who shot the video. You get me? That's like, he's a young up and coming filmmaker, but my man is hungry, brother. And you know, one thing I say, like, this is like a note to all you film guys out there. You get me? Like, invest in your art, bro. You get me? And don't like let it just become a. Don't just see it as a product that you like a job. See it as your art. See the worth in it as much as him as you, because it's your name too. Because what I've started to realize is that a lot of these guys, bro, they're just churning it out like that. It's just a business for them. It's just like, oh, it's just my P, like a quick thing. Like, whereas
Yeah.
my man, he's like everything's like, yo, this is got my name on it as well. Like, so I want input as well. And I like man that's got ideas as well, because when you come with ideas and then you've got your ideas, it's gonna be crazy, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
just grows, doesn't it? It's like
Yeah,
collaborative and like you bounce
yeah,
ideas off each other, and a good idea becomes a fucking great idea. Do you know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah, I rate
Yeah,
that, man. But yeah, I mean, I think the project I said before, like very, I love the soulful elements on the Ball, man. It just gives it another like dimension of depth. Um, so like visions and dreams, like the kind of you got a lot of a lot of singers on there as well. Is it Jordan Nathaniel, and you got
yeah,
C.W. Jones on the project as well? He's got a
yeah.
very
That's
like
yeah. Man
unique
got
singing
man,
voice.
man got a video coming soon. Still, me and C.W. Jones. Don't waste time. Got a video coming for that soon. You get me? So
Yeah, man. It's just like um, the visions and dreams track. It kind of speaks a lot to your like work ethic.
yeah,
Like try to chase your visions and dreams at any necessary means. It was just like I listened to it, and you get a real kind of insight as to who you are as an artist and what you're trying to do. And yeah, man, I fucking rated that. Like too much sideline talking, you ain't out on the field. It's very like the bars are
yeah.
very like, oh man, yeah, this guy like really has a plan. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. It's just, you know what it is? It's about having your head screwed on. At the end of the day, it's like man's got a label now, innit? So if man's gonna want artists and people to be coming and joining the wave and stuff, they need to feel like the wave they're joining knows what he's doing, innit? So it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, cause like I feel like it's important, yeah, for you to have your shit sorted at all times, innit? So when I'm talking to people, like I'm talking from a place of like certainty, innit, rather than like, like, we could do this, like, nah, like proof of concept, innit? You see what's going on, like if you put in this work and we do this and this and this is what's gonna happen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like, yeah, man is just trying to just make sure the levels stay high and consistent. You get me? Yeah.
What another thing I got from it is kind of talk about something like when it's done and not like whilst you might be doing it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Now,
Because that's
definitely,
common, man.
definitely. That's like because as well, yeah. Like you got to remember as well, like in the process of doing stuff, anything can happen, innit? So until it's done, you can't say it, bro. It's not certain, innit? You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I talk about projects when they're done. When they're
Kind of
finished,
fucks
then
up
I
my next
say,
question myself now, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. So what are you going to be working on next, man? What have you got in the pipeline? It's just like, fuck, shot myself in the foot.
you know what? I it's kind of right now. I ain't really working on too much. I'm just working on singles because I'm sat on stuff already. Still, I'm sat on the Ill Informed project. I got an album with Ill Informed, Cold Harbor Tales. Um, that's like a 16 track project. That's done, mixed and mastered. Got a project with Bailey's First Nature. That's like a 10 track project. That's got array of producers, Jack Dans. Um, it's got who else has it got? Yeah, Bailey's got a couple on there. Bonnet's got a couple on there. Who else got a couple on there? Oh, Ill's got a couple on there as well. And we got
So, like, have you got like a kind of strategy then in terms of when you drop stuff? Because you've got something sat there, mixed and mastered. It's like the question would be like, why not drop it? You must have kind of an intention. Do you know what I mean?
like basically there's a method to the madness, but like it's not like I don't have like, yeah, I'm gonna drop this project then. I drop the project when everything's there for the project to be dropped. Like back to what we're saying,
Yeah.
like you get me? Not the same man's got the project. No, when I say the project's coming, just know that the merch has been ordered, the CDs are coming, the videos are there. You know what I'm saying? That is ready now, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Rather than just
Got you, man. Not just the music; it's just like the
yeah,
whole package
you know what
itself.
I'm
So,
saying?
yeah,
But
man. That's
a project. I got a project with like Opus as well. Do you know Opus?
oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of.
Yeah.
I've
It's a
not
mixed project.
personally.
Yeah, but man got a mixed project like me, 079. That's Bonnet,
Yeah.
Babies, Flying Monk, Datty. I'm on it. Yeah, just the man them toe tag clank doing the thing in it, the madness in it. Yeah.
Sick. Because you and Datty and Bailey's you did that little show with wordplay the other day, didn't you?
Yeah,
It's like in a little bunker and like Billy Whiz on the decks.
yeah,
So how
yeah.
did that come about, man? And where was it? That looked
Oh,
fucking crazy.
basically, it was just like it's just like a live stream festival that we just went to like one little studio and you just shoot it. It's like a green screen studio thing. It's like it's weird. It was just like a studio room thing that it was like set up like a little showcase thing. It's just like yeah, but it was sick though. It's just they just recorded it and then yeah they put it out as a festival like with everyone on it and like very different. They had like different genres, drum and bass, hip hop. I think they had a bit of like funk and house and all that. It was just all mixed. It was called Antidote Festival. But we
Yeah.
through you know Jess Daly? Shout out
Yeah,
Jess
yeah,
Daly,
yeah.
works in magazine, you get me? She always hits man up for some hip hop stuff and that. You know what I mean?
Sick, man. So like, what's the reception been like so far for the ball?
For the board, you know what? Yeah, I've been getting love still. Like I've sold quite a few CDs and that. Like people asking me to press it up on vinyl and that, but I just been, you know, it is like at the moment, yeah, because my like really my formula revolves around shows. That's like where I'm at my strongest in it. Like if you see me perform, you're definitely gonna buy the merch in it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but whereas when you're just online trying to sell it and you're not really present, it's a bit more difficult. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's about waiting until things are right in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think especially in like the independent circuit as well, when like you have to be present, like you say. It's kind of like you're competing with so many people like online. Do you know what I mean? It's like how am I gonna stand out? How am I gonna like make sure that people want my music and want. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of the live component of hip hop is what makes people stand out ultimately. Do you know what I mean? It's like throwback to the old days. Do you know what I mean? That's what you want to see in an artist. Like so many people can master it online, but they can't stand up in front of people and perform. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, 100%, 100%. A lot of people just been at home learning it and as a bedroom rapper, whereas I kind of grew up with music around me in like a place where you had to be vocal to be heard. So it's kind of natural for man to just have that in, man. You get me?
Yeah, man. Just like cut your teeth with like the live shows and shit, and that's just, man. That's fucking hip hop, though, isn't it?
I love the show because it for me it's like it's more than just a show, and it's a showcase. So proper on, like, you get me? Man's known for coming out in the masks and the mad extravagant bombs and doing the most, lad, doing the most. Trust me, man.
Yeah, man. So what have you? Sorry, man. What have your highlights been like live shows wise? Like, you supported quite a few heads as well, haven't you? Like some big acts and stuff.
Ghostface Killer, that was crazy. That was bananas. Wow. You know, the jump back to the thing as well, that was bananas. Still, Feckler, that was fire. Still. St. Paul's Carnival, last year Carnival was, that was deep, bro. That was just, there was so much people. It's just, yeah. I think that might have even been the biggest crowd I ever performed to. Still,
sick, man. Split Profits headline that, didn't they?
Nah. We all played it. It was just like a showcase of everyone from Bristol. You get me?
Oh, sick.
To be honest, they had a band headlining, like what was their name? With like Blackout J and band and some band anyway. But yeah, no, it was mad. Still, and you know what? I did I went to BBC Made a Veil, yeah. Done BBC in it, live lounge thing, in it, freestyle as well. That was like sick. That was at the start of 2019, yeah. On January.
Oh yeah, man, that's an institution though, isn't it? Made a Veil. That's been about for fucking ages. That's crazy. So what, you performed on there, did you?
Yeah, I performed in there, bro. I done a little freestyle. They filmed that. Like basically, that's before it. That's because it's moved now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So basically, the room that man was in the room where the real legends been in there. You get me? Like the real one, fam. Like, you know, it's mad. Again, my man was saying to me just before I done my freestyle, he's like, yo, like, you know, like Jay-Z's been in here and Rihanna and
yeah, it's no joke, man.
I'm like, yo, blood, like, I'm like, fam, like, oh, yeah. I trying to hold myself because I had to do this thing, innit? And I wanted to one take it, innit? So, you know what I'm saying?
It kind of reminds me a bit of the Science video, man. Do you know what I mean? Like the house, because it's like this, the way it's all laid out in that and Made a Veil. It's like a house, isn't it? It's like
it's
different rooms and stuff.
Yeah,
crazy, man.
Well, you know what was mad about that as well? Being chose to do that. Man, I was the only rapper that they chose. Man. Everyone else was all bands and stuff. You get me? And obviously, like, you see, like, when like, because they give you, like, they give you loading times, you get me, that you got to load in. Because basically, obviously, everyone else is coming with their bands and stuff, and you see them rolling in these big trolleys and stuff, like, yo, loading time for real, isn't it? I'm like, yo, man just rolled up with a USB, like, plugged in. Didn't really feel like much at that time, you get me? But when man done the thing, everyone was like, yo, man, that was really sick, man. Like, trust me, like.
Is that on YouTube, bro?
Yeah, it should be, you know. Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
So you link to it. I did the, because, can you remember I put out the Wishmaster project as well?
EP, yeah.
Yeah. There's a tune on there. And actually, the tune on the Ball as well, innit? There's a tune on the Ball. The world's gone crazy, innit? Yeah.
That's the final track. It's quite cynical.
That's what I'm saying. That's how mad it is because I did that tune, innit? I did that live, innit? At BBC, innit? Like,
oh shit. Okay.
I don't know why like I even chose to do it, but like obviously, when I look back now, I just think like, oh, that was so well suited for what's going on right now, isn't it? Well, this crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, man, I don't even know what normal is anymore, man. I don't know, like, what's crazy. It's just all kind of interchangeable. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
100%.
fucking crazy. But like, you previously went by the name Wish before Wishmaster? Is that right? Or
Yeah.
was it? So like,
No,
what?
basically,
How?
so
Yeah.
let me. I lay it out from start to finish. So when I first started doing grime, when I was 13 and I was a little youth, I was called Death Wish. Yeah, that's who I. But yeah, okay. And
After the Charlie Bronson movie,
and
you were like, just
and then after I dropped Death and it was just Wish. And then after I went to Wavy Wish, and then I went back to Wish, and then I evolved to Wishmaster. Yeah.
Is
So
it anything to do with the film from the 90s, Wishmaster?
now Wishmaster's more like I'm into like Chinese films and that.
Oh
You
shit!
know, like old school Shaolin versus Lama and
Of
Drunken
course,
Monkey.
man.
And,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so this more like Wishmaster, Drunken Wishmaster. You get me? The Wishmaster, like obviously, man, leveled up in it. Like as an artist, I felt like I leveled up, and also like it was just more of like marketing and stuff. Like when you
Yeah, yeah.
got to think about certain little things, and like when you're typing certain stuff up in Google and all them things, and Wish is just like, you get me? Everyone keeps telling me about wish.com and stuff, and nah, I'm joking, but yeah, like, nah, just as you evolve and you grow as an artist, just, you know what I mean? But I think this is the final growth.
Final stage of evolution, man. Do you know what I mean? Wishmaster,
Mm.
stay there, man. Setting pace. So, who are you listening to at the moment, man? Who are you like any genre? Because I guess as a rapper, do you kind of stay away from listening to kind of hip hop when you're writing?
Nah, nah. I listen to Do you know what? To be honest, right? I listen to like old school. What I'm setting, like what, like. All right. So for me, this is how music works. Isn't it? There's music that's compulsory in it that you just have to listen to because you've been listening to it from a you. You know what I'm saying in it? Like,
Yeah,
for example, in it like a DMX. You get me? Flesh of my blood. You're gonna like that gets run sometimes, or
yeah. It's
gets
permanent
run in the
rotation.
jigger.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like in terms of like new school, like I only listening to like Griselda, Flea Lord, Rock Marciano, um, Willie the Kid, um, Ipsy, Dave East, who else? Fab, that's my guy still. Fab's my guy still. Who else? Ito, you know Ito?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
my guy
I
still.
think
And I'm Bodie James, blood. Trust me, fam. Bodie James, fam.
so. Like Griselda get brought up pretty much on every episode, man. Like they're just killing it right now. You know, you said
Nah,
in
bro.
terms of the lane you're in, just like you want to make rap. I feel like that's kind of exactly what they're doing. It's like really well curated, greasy
Yeah.
fucking rap. It's just amazing production. They
Obviously,
think,
Rao does that. Rao's done a couple of their covers as well. So obviously, he done my cover for me. That's a blessing as well. Shout out Rao. And obviously, he gave me that beat for the intro as well. Because he's a producer as well. Like, I didn't know that he was a producer as well, but he's a beast still. I was like, Rao, like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought, yeah, it's only right, man, get something from you then, innit? Because you've done the artistry and all, and it is art. So, you know what I mean? Make it
yeah,
good.
man. So, Wish, man, before we wrap up, is there anything that you want to plug? Anyone you want to shout out, or anything you want to talk about?
Do you know what? I'm just gonna say, basically, people need to just keep their eyes closed. There's bare stuff coming out. Man got bare like hip hop coming out, bare grime stuff coming out. I got a few like dub plate singles coming out with me, M's and 0079. That's Bill Bonnick, you get me? Some heaters. Man got some heaters coming out with Opus. Um, obviously the Ill Informed album's coming, First Nature, Mint Bailey's coming. There's just a lot, like,
Too
you know, it's
much,
like
man.
a
Come on.
volcano, man, innit? So yeah, it's about to blow. Obviously, shout out to everyone that's like supporting and that and fucking with the team, and you get me. I'm working with a couple other artists as well. Shout out Danja, you get me. Shout out Matey Boy, Beach, and all that. You get me. We're working on some stuff. O.R is coming, so you get me. 2021, you just know, innit? It's gonna pop off anyway, innit? You know,
It's the year, man. It's the year.
We're only halfway through the year, so you know.
Oh man, this year is fucking crazy. But
If they're lucky, they might get another project. We just have to see how it pans out.
that sounds like a spoiler to me, man. That sounds like don't know. We'll see. But where can people find your music and where can people find you on socials, man?
You can find me on Spotify, man. Wish Space Master, and on social medias, I'm just Wishmaster. On Instagram I'm Wishmaster_OR, and on Twitter I'm Wishmaster_OR. Facebook is Wishmaster, and yeah, man,
Sick, man. I'll put all the links and all the handles in the description as well, man. So yeah,
Recordings YouTube channel and that. Subscribe to that and check out the visuals. We've got some mazzers on there as well. You get me? But yeah, now respect for interviewing, man, and that, man. Good to talk.
Big up, man. Nah, mate, it's been good. I mean, it's just a shame we couldn't do it in person, but when all this madness lifts and stuff, and like, you know, if you're doing a live show down here, we'll link in that. And
yeah, man, definitely.
We'll record one. But man, big up. I really appreciate your time, man.
All good, bud.
It's all blessed. But we've been Shotgun the Orcs at Shotgun the Orcs, all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like, subscribe, follow, all of that. It's been a pleasure, man. Big up.
Yeah,
Wishmaster, we're out.
Bless. Yeah.